Hi, and welcome to the Notepad Show. In this quick tips tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create the preset browser library from scratch. This is if you don't have an existing library and you've just installed Renderman and your favorite DCC and you want to have a really cool library and have a library that maybe has like all the included ones, that shaders and lighting setups that come with Renderman. One of the issues is you can't write to the file location right here where the existing library is located. This is a write protected folder, and unfortunately you can't add to the library. It'll give you an error. And that's when you're using the factory library. So what we do is we're going to create a new library and copy all this information over to the new library. And then it's a great starting point for you to continue adding whatever shaders you want. And you can create as many folders and subcategories as you choose. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is you want to go to Libraries, create a new library. I'm going to go to where I want to put this library. This is where I want to store it. I'm going to create a directory. Let me go back one. There we go. I'm going to create a directory called Tutorial Library. Okay. And that's it. I just hit choose. So right here, this path, and you might have like multiple libraries if you're working on like multiple projects and it's a project you're working on for the next 6 months. You might have multiple libraries. In my case, I don't, but I have one library that all my shaders go into, but you could have multiple libraries if you want. But here is the path to the tutorial library. I hit choose. A dialog box pops up and wants you to name the library. I'm going to also call it Tutorial Library. You can name the author whatever you want, the version. You can put a description in. We'll just put test and hit create. And here it created the folder. And inside this folder is the actual library itself right here. And in here are the categories. And they're empty. There's nothing in here. But there is one thing that's in here that's vital. This JSON file. That's what the create new library, that is really what it's all about. What we're going to do now is we're going to delete. We don't really need this because we're going to overwrite them. Copy it over. All right, so now we actually have shaders. We copied them from the install to our new custom library. We're going to close out of the DCC because I think you have to do that to refresh. We're going to open it up again. And if we go to the preset browser and we go to the tutorial library, here it is. It has all the Renderman shaders, all the categories, and you can do whatever you want. You can delete some, you can save, add more. You can do whatever you like. And again, we are saving environment maps, light rigs can be saved in a preset browser, and of course, shaders. Now I'm going to show you one thing. I have this in my library, and here's where I can go to switch libraries. I have a Quickfill library where I have Quickfill materials. And you'll see that on a couple of these, I have a custom icon. That is fairly easy to do. If I go to my library and go to Quixel. And we'll pick the metalness shader. That PNG file. That's all it is, PNG file. It's 128 by 128 pixels. It has to be this name with the underscore 100, but yeah, you could even have your own custom icons. So that's the quick tip. It's a good starting point, and you never really want to touch the factory library. It's even in the documentation. Pixar says don't touch this library for multiple reasons, but the biggest one is because it's write protected. You would never be able to add shaders to the library because it's write protected. On top of that, whenever you install the new version of Renderman, it could overwrite your library, and you don't want that. You want your library to be isolated and separate, and that's what I did, putting in on what essentially is my D drive, my data drive, in a directory called images. So I hope that is clear, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and have a great week. Bye.